Previously, on Chosen Ones, Brandy and Avayath are reunited, Brandy jogging the Asmer's memory before they quickly go to find Shui to do the same. Though it's harder than it was with Avayath, they succeed in bringing him back to his senses as well, but are stopped by Aelia before they can flee. Surrounded by guards, Brandy manages to deceive the king into believing Shui and Avayath are hostages and escapes, contacting Arthur to figure out where to go next. They hitch a ride with Rivera Tanglewood and her mother Shu, and hide out at the festival until the time traveler can open up the bookmark. Arthur and Brandy next go to retrieve Theo, appearing in a colorless world. The specklings on the stage swarm the figure of Zairi, their eyes now blue, and Arthur recovers the half-elf before he is killed. The specklings sprout wings and a beak, flying above the ground, and Arthur and Brandy teleport into the lab. Brandy and Theo reunite, and they manage to leave the dead world without the newly transformed specklings interfering. As Arthur slowly begins to fix the timeline, our sparks are all finally with each other once more, sharing stories of the strange experiences they just had, and rejoicing in being together again. The group reforms at the old compound, the stage now covered in snow, and they realize time must have passed without them. Arthur teleports them all to the new compound in Seoul, noting the odd weather for the normally desert-like region, and our heroes prepare themselves for what may lay in store in the familiar yet unfamiliar world.
Born from the same branch and leaves, wild and free, living here in harmony. Don't you see? This is where you want to be. When you leave, the world is never what it seems. If only we could travel back in time. Whoa.
So you all arrive back at the compound. It's snowing still, even though you are in Seoul, which is incredibly strange. You, especially Avayath, would know that, considering you grew up in Seoul. And you start to make your way in as a group through the front gates. There is still a barrier up in place that you would recognize as Libris's barrier, but it seems to be almost like automatically set up to like recognize people. So like as you come up, despite you not seeing any guards or anyone out like monitoring the gates, it just kind of like lets you in, like a little bubble you just phase through. And Zairi and Arthur both push the door open, mostly Zairi, and you walk in, and it is very oddly quiet. It is almost an exact replica of the original compound, except the tone is just very different. There's no guards. All of the kind of like extra people that you didn't really talk to, like there were some guards that had been stationed around the front and entrance and the watchtowers and stuff, they're all gone. And there's very heavy snowfall, which has covered any footprints that may have been outside, so it just seems like it's deserted. And you might have thought it was, except there is smoke coming out of several of the buildings, cabins, the library, that sort of stuff. There is one building that is very new, however, and it seems to be more high-tech in nature. There's a blue building with glass doors and no windows that's kind of located near where the library is.
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? He's like shouting. And then when like it's quiet, he turns around to like Arthur. Master Arthur, where is everyone?
I don't know. It looks like it might be nighttime. And he looks up at the sky. It's very cloudy and it is kind of like dark, but it does still seem like there is like a little bit of light. It seems a little strange.
I can try and get in contact with somebody if we want to do that.
It's very cold out. They're probably just inside.
Hey, what's that building? That wasn't at the old place, was it?
Arthur's looking at it and he's like, no, it wasn't. And he just is like, puts a hand to his chin. He's like, huh.
I'm gonna go see what it is.
As you are kind of starting to make your way towards that building, you see like the front doors of the library actually open, which is right next to that blue building. And you see Estel walking out very briskly. She's dressed in like furs and things currently, so she's in like some kind of winter attire. But she walks right past you, Shui. She doesn't actually make any eye contact with you. And she just makes her way very strongly towards Arthur and just slaps him across the face, essentially. And she's not looking at any of you right now. And you can see her hand is kind of like shaking from after she just hit him. And he's just like, oh, good to see you too, Estel. And she's just like, you said they died. What? Sorry, I've been away for a bit. And she just, again, slaps him across the face again. And she's just like, you don't get to mess with time and bring people back from the dead.
Arthur?
I didn't do anything. He's like looking at you all. He's like, you didn't die. Like, you didn't die.
What are you talking about, Estel?
She just seems to be trying as much as possible not to look at any of you. And she's just like, you said you went to the compound and you came back and that they got... What are you doing? You had to have brought them back. And he's just like, no, did I come tell you that? Is that what I said, that they died? And she just takes in like a very sharp breath and crosses her arms. And she's just like, what are you talking about? You were just here yesterday, Arthur.
Are we sure we're in the right place? He whispers to Brandy.
I think we got a bit of a mix-up.
He like whispers back to Theo.
You know, the other one.
I guess. Maybe that explains that building.
Yeah.
Mentor Estel!
She bristles. She's trying not to look at any of you.
We didn't die. We got lost. And I'm really happy to see you again. If you would just look at me.
She kind of like just very slowly turns her head to look at you.
Shui's big smiling. As is customary. And then he does a big bow. I'm sorry if we worried you, Mentor Estel.
Where did you all go then?
Seems like we're in a different timeline.
Theo face palms.
I fucking grab Avayath by his, like, the chest plate and just like,
Hey! Shut up! Don't! We can fuck shit up.
oh. And I let him go. And I'll look to Estel.
Arthur is looking at Estel and is just like, I'm sorry, there's a little bit of there's an imposter going around. Did the other... He's like trying to also kind of like find ways to talk about what happened without like explaining it essentially. He's like, when you talked to me yesterday, did I have this? And he like points to the band around his neck.
Yeah, me and Arthur went and got tattoos.
And she's looking at it, and you see her eyes kind of light up in recognition that she recognizes what that is. And she shakes her head, no. And he's just like, if I don't have this, will you not let me in? She just gives a very slow nod.
Yeah, we got, like Shui said, we got kind of lost for a while, unfortunately.
A long time.
Yeah. And he, squeezes Theo's hand. But we found each other again. Thankfully. We got split up for a bit, but we found each other. I could understand why you think we died given the circumstances, but I assure you we are alright, and we're still the same that we were.
How far did you travel to get here?
We were a little bit everywhere. I think we were in Aramore at some point. We were even went to the Prime Capital briefly.
And you weren't attacked by jabbers along the way?
No.
Are they more common or something?
Well,
how long has it been? Wait, how long?
You all disappeared in the fall. It's after New Year's at this point.
Right, okay.
The last I heard contact from Brandy was maybe 100 days ago.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
And yes, they are more common. Very common. I'm surprised you didn't see any on your way in.
Yeah. It was a strange situation. But again, we are back. We managed to get back here. And yeah, sorry for the silence for so long. But we're okay. Sorry to have worried y'all.
We should figure out where your imposter is. What do you mean by imposter? And she, looks over towards the blue building, and she's just like, they built that.
We should destroy that.
No, we can't.
Why?
It's housing a few people right now. They need to stay in there.
Housing people who?
The other group went on their own mission, aside from you. They went to fight a demigod, and it resulted in... Well, they chose an interesting path. They brought her back.
That sounds like a bad call.
It certainly does, but we are just keeping tabs on her for now. And then, Titus is in there right now as well.
Is something wrong?
It seems he got, very badly injured during their fight, and it caused his spark to, change into something a little more dangerous, so he is isolating for the moment.
Oh. I do have a question. Be it because of this demigod, or something. Does that have anything to do with the, meteorological standings of everything?
I don't know. She is a demigod of Solari. If you're talking about the snow, we haven't seen the sun in a few months.
A few months?
Yes, it has been snowing nonstop.
You mean around when we disappeared, or after, or before, or...
No, around when the second group got back, actually.
Sounds like it might be demigod related then.
Especially if it's of Solari.
Yeah. Did everyone make it back okay? Everybody else, that is.
There were some injuries and things, but everyone made it back, yes.
Well, that's good to hear, at least.
Can people visit Titus?
He has to stay a certain distance away, but yes.
I would like to see how he's doing.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Just should make sure that Wynn is with you, if that's the case.
Why is that?
Yeah, why is that? I thought his spark only worked on magic.
Just, it's the same building that the demigod is in, so.
Okay.
They have, tantrums sometimes, so.
Gotcha. Well, hey, we're back.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you again.
Nice to, see you all again, too.
We completed our mission. Technically. Don't me. Just stop, please. The ghost ship wasn't a problem. It was something else.
Right.
It was a jabber. Very big jabber.
Right.
Oh, I think I know why there are so many more jabbers around.
You do?
Looks to Theo.
Does it have something to do with what that person consumed before becoming a jabber?
That's what I was thinking.
You know anything about black sapphires, Estel?
We've been using them to ward off the jabbers, if that's what you mean. They seem to be repelled by them.
Well, there might be a reason for that. While we were in Greenflower, we fought someone who consumed a black sapphire and it transformed them into a jabber.
That's very strange. They don't seem to have any magical properties to them.
Right, we had the same thought. It's strange, but it's true.
Maybe it's a spark.
Yeah, perhaps jabbers aren't particularly magical in essence.
Yeah. It's hard to say right now.
Well, I mean, black sapphires are quite common right now. It's pretty much become worthless with how many have spread around the country.
Yeah, and that's what I'm concerned about. We learned a lot of things over the last while we've been gone. There's been a lot that's come to light that I think we'd all like to, talk about. But we should take one thing at a time, I think.
Right, yes, I have quite a handful of questions myself, but I was thinking, might not be a bad time to rest.
Yeah, we've been through a lot lately.
All I've been doing is resting.
We can do something if you want.
And as you all are kind of standing around, Estel kind of turns her eyes towards Zyri, who is also with your group. And it's just like,
Yeah.
Where the hell have you been?
and he's just like, has been just kind of standing there awkwardly.
We ran him over. Ran into him.
Oh, is that why he looks like shit? And he's like, hey.
For a different reason. But yeah, he just kind of looks like that.
She kind of like looks over her shoulder back towards the library, and you can see her like bite her lip, and then she kind of goes up to Zyri and she's like, you should go to the medical ward before she sees you. She will throw a fit if she sees you like this. And he's just like, yeah, I was planning on it.
Who? Who do you know?
Looks to Zyri.
Liberis, my girlfriend.
Oh. Your girlfriend, huh?
You guys are so immature.
Yeah, he's just looking at you like, what?
Interesting. I didn't take you for the, I don't know, anything type.
And as you guys are kind of having this conversation, you just hear kind of coming out from the library, Zyri! And you see Liberis running with no shoes out into the snow, just barreling towards him, and he's just like, oh shoot, oh shit, and like starts to turn around, and she just
running, partner.
Runs right into him, and just they both like dive and immediately get buried into the snow. And you can hear her like screaming underneath and just be like, why do you look like that? What happened? Did you get in a fight again? And they like pop out of the snow and she's like kissing his forehead.
Aw, that's gay.
He looks very embarrassed.
Good. Brandy wraps his arm around Theo tighter.
adorable.
He smile up at him.
Yeah. We should, get a bit more accustomed to everything around here. I suppose. Kind of cool down from everything we went through. But I'm sure we'd be glad to talk with y'all when we have the chance.
That would be good. You're going to see some surprised faces around. Everyone thought you were gone.
I imagine we will.
You see Libris turn to Shui and she'd be like, "Oh, hey, Shui." Like,
Master Libris! Shui like shouts and bounces, and then he's gonna run over and join the little
The
pile.
dog
They
pile?
got, yeah.
I love that.
He's like, I miss you so much.
it's good to see you again. You were gone for a while.
It doesn't feel like a while. At least not to me. He's been comatose.
Yeah, he's been coming to us.
Feels like forever. She like knocks Zyri on the head. She's like, "It's been forever since I've seen this one. He never visits." And then you see him just roll his eyes and groan again. And she like grabs him by the ear and starts to stand up. And you see she just literally she picks him up. And he's like, "Hey!" And she's like, "We're going to the medical bay now," and just starts to walk with him.
Have fun.
See you later.
And they wander off. Zyri complaining that he can walk the whole time. As she carries him like bridal style. She carries him bridal style for a while, and then he's putting up a fuss, and so she throws him over her shoulder.
I love it.
And Estel's just like, "Those two are such a handful." And she looks back to y'all and is just like, "You are free to take the cabin you had before, or divide up, or what have you. We haven't really been training, just kind of trying to stay safe.
Gotcha. Oh, we're free to divide up then, you said?
If you want to."
Looks at Theo.
I think that'd be nice.
Theo brightens up.
There are 4 cabins. Essence has taken the one on the far left. And then Riddle Draga took the one next to it, so there's still 2 open.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Good to have you all back.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. Hey Arthur, can I talk to you for a second?
I'm gonna pull Arthur aside and be like,
Hey, pay me.
What?
Give me money. If I'm not gonna get paid for the mission that we just went on, I want pay for the mission and for what you had to put me through. I know you have money, you motherfucker.
I do, yes. Okay.
He pulls out his bag of holding and he's like, I think, I can't remember what he said he had. Was it 2,000?
it was a lot.
I think he said he had 2,000.
Okay.
He'll pull out 2,000. I don't know if he had more. I can't remember off the top of my head. So we'll say 2,000.
Cool.
He pulls that out of the bag. Here.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. He puts his bag away.
And listen, again, I know we're back to the compound now. Everything's back to normal. Quote unquote.
Doesn't seem like it, but as normal as it can be.
Exactly. We have a lot of work we still need to do. But I'm not gonna give up on you. And I'm here to help with whatever our next steps are.
I appreciate that.
Pats him on the back.
Falls over. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I throw him into the snow.
I was gonna say, his back breaks.
Yeah, he snaps. He folds like a fucking lawn chair.
He's like, I hate winter. I hate it.
Lawn chairs don't fold backwards.
It's fine.
Oh, you hate winter? I think it's real nice.
I like the cold. And he whips up snow with his tail and just covers Arthur's back in snow.
He flinches at that and he's just like, oh, gosh. Just runs, like, wipes it off.
But he will go to Theo and smile and just be like,
We should settle in. We should settle things down. Maybe all of us, I imagine, should try and relax now. Yeah?
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Meanwhile, this looming energy is just around your group for some reason.
Yeah,
Like
this weird
there's
energy.
a
It's fine.
Conversation that has to be had
No,
at
it's
some
cool.
point.
No, it's cool, and we're gonna not talk about it. It's fine. No. But yeah, I will go to the cabin. The different cabin.
The order of the cabins, I think, was Wynn, Estel, Peter Libris, I think.
Whichever one's the furthest away from Essence.
That would be, I think that is Libris's.
And then the Libis's it is.
Gotcha.
I'm just going there to put stuff down, like supplies and stuff, now that we're good.
I would note, as you are approaching the cabins, all of the snow around the cabin that Estel said Essence was in is melted.
Weird. That's weird.
That is weird.
Anyway, no.
Not gonna touch that.
I'm gonna go room with Essence. No, I'm not.
I missed her.
God, oh, she's
My
so fun.
friend Essence. I missed her so much.
Shui turns into a puddle.
But actually, like, yes, noticing that, Brandy kind of like looks at it for a second with like a furrowed brow and is just like,
That's bizarre. I did want to have a conversation with Essence at some point. It might be a good opener, I guess.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, seems. I mean, there's something strange with her.
I do actually have something to talk to you about. I mean, other than everything that's happened, I do have something that I would like to talk about.
Have you divided off at this point? Are you guys in separate cabins?
I think so.
I mean, that was the plan.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we know who's here for what conversation, so.
Yeah.
They wanted their own cabin so they could fade to black whenever they want.
Yes, literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, literally.
Legitimately.
Can we be next door then?
That is the
I mean,
only
you
other
can,
cabin
yeah.
available.
That's the only other cabin. You will be next door.
So he'll go along with Brandy into that furthest cabin, and he's like, aside from everything that's happened and all that I want to talk about and do, there is something that happened with me during all that, near the end, really. He probably kind of pace around a little in the cabin.
Is that right? What happened?
It's a little hard to tell how or what exactly happened, but my spark, it's different. It's different now.
Oh.
As he's like looking at his own hands and everything, and he looks up at Brandy and he says, it's like I can really feel the threads of fate, like I can just bind to yours. And he is gonna hold his hand out to kind of pat Brandy on the arm and kind of pet him a little bit.
When you pat him on the shoulder, you see like this coiled like red string wrap around your arm and then wrap around Brandy's before slowly fading.
Oh? What's that?
That's first time I've seen it. I hadn't really done it before. And he kind of retracts his hand. But I feel like maybe I could, He takes a moment as he's looking at his hands, and then he looks up at Brandy, and then Brandy hears in his mind, "Can you hear this?"
He jumps in surprise and looks around, then back to Theo.
So you did?
Yeah. That's a
Okay.
neat trick.
Yeah, and I think, or how it feels is, I don't know, I feel very connected now. Like, not just with fate or all of that. Oh, actually, he's going to go into his pocket or his things, and bring out his little fate seed. And he's like, I kind of feel like I could just give this to you.
Oh?
Yeah, I don't really feel connected to any place, but, to you I feel like you're my home. So he's going to hand out his fate seed to Brandy.
Likewise. Brandy looks extremely touched. He looks to Theo with a very warm smile and takes the seed and smiles down at him like,
I was, thinking the same thing, darling. You're my home too.
As you take that seed, Brandy, it feels a bit warm in your hand, and you see just the barest hint of a little red root peeking out.
ooh, interesting. I will hold on to it.
And it wasn't just all that. It feels like there's so much more to this bond now. But I guess we can figure that out as we go.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure out a lot together.
And then that's the scene that I wanted to do.
The
Adorable.
gay scene.
The gay scene.
Gay as
And
fuck.
indeed, they fade to black, if that's what it... Look, he waited so long!
He was like,
You're just
I
like,
know you're
and by the way,
tired."
it's been 100 days, so...
The whole cabin fades to a pitch black color, and Avayath is like, what the fuck?
What just happened?
There's like a
Brandy,
dark dome
Theo.
around it. Not allowed.
Oh no!
Shui tries to peek in, and it's just like the big black sensor bar.
Yeah.
So, meantime, I think Shui is going to go to, I guess, the cabin next door.
And Avayath will as well.
Okay. To Draga and Riddle's cabin.
That's...
Oh, sorry. I
what?
got confused. I thought you were like, we're gonna go visit Draga and Riddle, and I was like, okay, I don't know why, but have fun. Like,
I was like, you want me to room?
no,
Draga and
no.
Riddle.
I thought you meant like the one next to yours, and I
No.
was like, if you so desire to go talk to them right now, you
I don't want to
can.
room with them, and I was like, I wasn't expecting this character development, but okay.
But yeah, Shui goes into the cabin. It looks similar to like their old one, right?
It's your old cabin.
Okay.
Brandy and Theo just went to the one next to it that was empty.
Oh, cool. So is Peter behind us or something like that?
Yeah, Peter's still behind you.
Okay. No, Shui's gonna go into the cabin and he's gonna like jump on the bed kind of immediately, like just flop onto it. He's like kind of rolling around and he's like, when we were in that other timeline, he says, kind of looking around, making sure nobody was like kind of listening.
You say timeline, and suddenly you just hear a loud crack and your cabin starts to collapse around you.
When Ibishu was in my body, I couldn't move, and I don't know, it just I felt like
It felt like you were in water, I would say. It felt like you were floating in water. Forever. Not drowning, just like a comfortable, lazy river of eternity.
It felt like I was just floating in water, pruning. No.
You shut up! Don't read my messages out loud.
I felt like I was just floating in water for a long time, and then suddenly no time at all. So I just feel like I have so much energy that I don't know what to do with it.
Did it feel like you were drowning?
No, I don't think I was breathing.
Oh, that seems painful.
It wasn't, Yaya. It was it was peaceful, I think.
Well, it's good to know it felt peaceful, at least. I wish I could have gotten us out of there sooner, but I mean, at least we're here now.
No, yeah. You... It was because I was with you that I didn't lose any hope. I feel like I've said this so many times before, but you're my... I look up to you a lot, Yaya, and you're the closest friend I've had, ever.
Shui, that's very flattering to hear. I don't know if I deserve that credit right now, but I guess I'd consider you my closest friend too. Maybe in a tie with Rue, but you know.
Oh. God, I still want to meet Rue. You guys get married, right?
Well, that was a different, you know, that was a different time. Just here
I friend zoned her, so it's different.
Oh, you don't feel the same way about Rue in this?
I mean, I hadn't really thought about it that much. I'd have to think on that. We're not quite there yet.
I love it. Shui kind of gets up. How are their bodies? Has it felt like 100 days has passed, physically?
You're back to your bodies that you were before, so you don't have the weird eyes anymore, Shui and Avayath. You got funky stuff going on.
Okay.
You have your little growth in your forehead that's starting to be uncomfortable with your helmet, and yeah.
Shui just kind of tugs on his clothes and pulls on a couple strands of his hair, and he's just like, I've been thinking I need a haircut or something. It's been He thinks.
We've been adventuring for a while now. Haven't really gotten much of a break. Might be nice to get a haircut, maybe take a bath, eat a meal, just take it easy for a while.
Do you? Hey, Yaya, do you know how to cut hair?
Is he cocky enough to think he does is the question. Of course I do.
Oh no.
I feel like it wasn't even a question.
No. Zen's got this a perfect idea of what Shui's haircut is, and Avayath's about to fucking fuck it up so bad.
It was funny.
Yeah, I fucking heard Taylor in the other room.
Stop! Don't.
It was really funny. I loved it.
I would love for Avayath to roll performance to
That's
try
what I
and
was
cut
gonna
Shui's
ask.
hair.
Oh, can he do that?
No! You're gonna ruin this boy!
He ruined him, and then Libris makes it all better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Libris can make it better. I'm sure she can. Please don't fuck this up. God.
This is the most important role of your career, Avayath.
This can be after they take their bath or whatever the fuck.
I would say there is a bathhouse here because you don't have bathrooms, so you had to wander out in the snow and go to the steamy bathhouse.
Bathhouse? Fuck yeah, dude. What the fuck? Why hadn't this been introduced earlier?
Well,
fuck,
because I never thought about you guys bathing until now, but you know.
That's so good. I love that.
In the wintertime, there's a steamy bathhouse kind of out behind the
that's
cabins.
so perfect.
Performance roll. Nat 20 plus 10, that's
What
a
the
30.
Wow!
He does know how to cut hair, apparently.
The perfect haircut.
Fucking grew up under a barber. What the fuck? That's wild.
In this timeline, his mom was also a barber.
His mom was a barber, his dad was a carpenter, and he picked up both. What the fuck, Avayath? You really do be a hero. God damn. That's a perfect fucking fade. What the hell?
It is funny that you decided to have him so confident.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I could do it. Yeah. And then literally
Sure,
he's like,
fuck it.
oh.
One of Avayath's parents are a barber.
He fucking surprises himself when he does it. He's like, oh shit. I did it. Fuck.
His dad is a carpenter and his mom is a hairstylist.
I love it. She made sure to teach him.
She was like, it's very important because if you ever decide to take off your helmet, you have to look good.
I like that his mom also sounds like him.
Didn't sound like that in the other timeline, so this is just...
Well, it sure did not.
That's how Avayath pictures his mom's voice in his head.
He pictures everybody's voice in his head as his voice.
So, like, when he remembers back to the time that Rue was, like, being nice to him and everything, it's like, you're looking great today, Avayath.
Oh, I can't wait to spend more time with you,
Everyone has the same voice, but they have the Avayath cadence in his head.
I love it.
Do an episode from Avayath Vision where we all just talk like Avayath.
Avayath Vision. I love that shit. I love it.
Anyway, yeah. I'll shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
I'll shut up now, sorry.
We went off on a tangent there.
But yeah, after he apparently makes his perfect haircut, he's just like, my father was a barber, actually. Wait, did he say father? I don't remember. Whatever, that's canon now.
Mother.
Mother hairstylist.
Okay.
Yeah, mother hairstylist.
My mother was a barber, actually. A hairstylist herself.
Or a barber.
Both.
She was like, whoa, yeah, this is amazing.
Yes, I've had quite some time to practice back in the day, before I started adventuring.
Oh, I can't wait to show Theo and Brandy.
I'm glad you like it.
It taught me fine motor skills.
Awesome. Anyway, Shui got a haircut because he felt like he looked a little too close to Ibishu.
That's fair.
Because Ibishu has long hair too, and he's like, that ain't me though. Also, oh, I can send a reference, I think. Hold on, let me see.
You have a reference already?
I do have a reference. It was drawn forever ago. I think it was a
Zen,
sketch.
I have
What?
added you so many times for a new Shui reference.
But now he got a haircut, so now he can have the new reference. Apparently.
Oh.
Aww.
That's just cute.
Thank you for changing it to a scarf instead of his fucking
Yeah.
thing. I appreciate that very much.
I
That's so
wanted to keep the same
cute.
silhouette that his hair gave him, so I just
Yeah.
That's
so I
so
made it the
cute.
scarf that like Theo made him.
That's
You know,
adorable.
The scarf
I love
Theo
that
made him
so
in the
much.
Christmas one shot. you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so cute.
Wait, did Theo do that?
Yeah, Shayna, you bitch, you wrote it down, didn't you?
No,
No,
that
it wasn't
me.
Theo.
That
It was it was like Win or
It was Libris and Win.
Libris and Win. Yeah.
No,
They collaborated.
Yeah, Theo
Oh.
gave Shui a straw doll.
Yeah, he made the little
that too.
doll. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks, Win
And Libris.
and Libby.
It's adorable. I love that.
I think it was mostly Libris.
Most deliverers.
Libris just made it out of thin air.
Yeah,
She's
oh,
like,
like,
yeah,
she
you can
just,
take
like,
credit if you
generate
want.
it.
Yeah. You can take credit if you want. Win was like, thank God I don't know at all what. I had no idea what I was going to do.
He folded it up or something.
Yeah. I have mad folding skills.
Win drew the designs and Libris made them better.
She's like, oh, I think I know what you're going for here. And he's like, wow, that was. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like doesn't Wendy like the little doodles or something?
He
Yeah.
does little doodles. Yeah, he draws for Fiera.
So with this new haircut, Shui's design is different now. As everyone else, he's finally joining the other crew. So thanks to Avayath, Shui now has shorter hair. He doesn't have like the two like twin tails he had before. He has that kind of hoppy he was wearing before with like the wave pattern. It's not just a regular, just kind of blue hoppy, just plain. He's got the armor that he got from Green Flower on, like the arm. What are they called? Gauntlets? Not gauntlets. What are they called?
Arm guards.
Arm guards. There we go. That's what I think. Wrist guards, I think, is what I called them. Anyway, he has those on, and I think he kept the same pants. And around his neck, he has a scarf that he got as a gift from Master Libris and Master Win. He treasures it a lot, and also it's cold outside, so he decided to just go ahead and put that on. So yes, if you want to have a better idea of how he looks, please look on screen. You know, he's rocking his new haircut. I think after like the bath and whatever, I think he's going to want to probably grab some food with Yaya.
Yeah, he's got nothing better to do.
I want to go to that future building.
Okay.
With Theo, though. I want to go with Theo.
The tent that was for food has been converted into a little cabin. Kind of looks like it was rushed to be built, but considering the snow, yeah, it's not like an outdoor tent anymore. It's like a little cooking cabin.
I'm glad you want to go with Theo, but he's a little busy. Right?
Yeah, I understand. A little busy. He's got a handful, huh? No.
Anyway, but yeah, I definitely want to go. And it'd be fun to go with Shui, yeah.
Going to get food though. Wynn is in there with Fiera, and they're talking, and the cook is like slapping Wynn's hand whenever he tries to help. But when he sees you come in, Wynn kind of turns and looks to you, Shui and Avayath, and you see his eyes go wide, and then he just runs and just hugs both of you immediately.
Yeah, beat me to it.
Yeah.
Master Wynn.
Shui, Avayath.
It's good to see you again.
What the? Oh my god, he like is already crying. Like it was like instant, like his eyes locked with you and then just tears just pooling. Just like,
Avayath will pat him on the back then.
We're back.
I thought you guys... Estel said that you...
There was some miscommunication, but we just... I guess you could say we got lost. That's a long story.
Well, glad you're back.
Glad to be back.
Pierre's like, who are you guys? She knows who you are. Probably not the same attachment that Wynn had, but like, yeah, she looks
Whatever.
relieved.
She
to see
trained
you as well.
Shui in like the way of the chef, the way of the kitchen blade. Didn't she, or was it the Firbolt? I don't remember who like.
His
who
name's
yelled.
Oscar.
You mean the bugbear?
Sorry,
Bugbear. Yeah,
The Furball and bugbear are like wildly different. Okay.
they are. The Bugbear is Oscar. Is his name.
I can't remember who Shui helped. He had like a recipe book.
It was both of them.
Okay.
I think the cook gave you the recipe book, but yeah.
Shui greets Fiera, and he's just like, "Is there anything to eat?"
Yeah, we were just cooking and gonna go pass stuff out to everyone.
Oh, can I help?
Sure.
Okay, but I want to eat
And
first.
you see the cook in the background just like put up his arms like, what? Like, this isn't your decision? Like, yeah, more the merrier. Come on, let's cook.
Also, Brandy and Theo are fine.
What?
No kidding.
You talk to them and kind of explain as vaguely as possible that everyone's okay as you cook.
Very good. Can I roll performance?
Sure.
I roll a 13, but my modifier is plus 13, so 26.
God, bards.
Jesus.
Shui just wants to flex.
Yeah, he hasn't cooked in a long time, and he has started liking cooking. So
This is Shui being rusty. He's like, only a 26.
Damn. I remember being at god levels with cooking, but you know. My food used to glow with power.
He's like, these guys suck at cooking. I gotta do it for them. I gotta do everything around here.
Shui sneezes and makes better food than these fools.
These peasants. Yeah, Avayath isn't really helping with cooking. He's just kind of like, I'll just wait in the dining area.
Which is outdoors, which is why they were passing it out to people.
Oh.
Because it's an outdoor dining area.
I thought the whole point of the cabin was that it was not outdoors.
No, the cooking.
Oh.
You cook in the cabin. It's like a little cooking cabin. You're all kind of scrunched in
I
here.
guess he's just waiting outdoors then. In the freezing cold.
Yep. I hope he has some protective stuff on under that armor, or he's sticking.
I don't know if he would. I don't know if you typically do.
He'd have like a tunic or something underneath. He's not fucking bare skin
Yeah.
to metal in there. Can you imagine how fucking wildly uncomfortable that would be? His whole skin would be chafed to fucking shit. That's like a meat grinder,
Yeah.
literally.
Ow.
He has to have something underneath.
He would know not to do that with how much he raised about his armor.
Literally, he'd be fucking dead.
But yeah, the eating area was specifically outdoors before, so that's why they were like, we're handing it out to everyone.
Then he waits outdoors like a dumbass.
I mean, yeah, you're the biggest one. You probably were making it especially tight.
That's part of his reason, but also he just wants a moment to think by himself.
What you thinking about?
What you thinking about?
I mean, he's thinking about, like, shit, what could I have done to save the day just now, because I fucked up. And he's also thinking about, what he now knows about Brandy and Theo, or more specifically, Brandy.
Alrighty. Well, Shui, you continue to cook inside the cabin your glorious meal, as Avayath waits outside thinking to himself. waiting for you to come out and go help distribute the food. Thank you to our high-tier patrons, Dion, Miranda, Zab, Arkeus a Druid, Mad King Max, Claytor, the Hat Man, Charles, Jessica Long, Z, Vessel, and Mr. Bakudan, as well as our Kickstarter backers for this season. If you haven't already, make sure to like the episode and leave a comment, and also leave us a rating on Spotify or a review on Apple Podcasts and Podchaser if you haven't already. Until next time, we'll see you soon, fellow Sparks.
Morning soon, the light dims fast here. Should we go outside again one more day, my dear? Why don't we just stay as the familiar fades away? Things are the same day by day. What are you waiting for, darling? What are you running from, stranger? Where are you hiding now? Don't you waste this chance. Do we have time for this, dear friend? How could we ever run out now? All that we have is this moment. Let's make time. For the end of this story, time for the start of our new life, time for us all to come back for fate's last encore. Will we find out what this all means? It means a lot that you're here now. Let's make the most of this, shall we? We have time.